It's good YouTube, it's your boy Jew, back on the vid on the tool. And here we talking about the top 10 PS3 video games of the decade. These are video games I used to play when I was a kid. These are video games I used to play when I was like at least 10 years old to 12 years old. Like when I was just being 13, when I just got into that's like when I got into video games heavily. That's back when like video games were like golden. That's like the golden era of video games. The PS3 was out, bro. Like, so without further ado, I'm gonna go with top 10 video games of the decade. PS3 video games of the decade, like top 10. These are like 10 games I used to play. And I know you guys play these games. Without PS3, I wouldn't be playing video games now because my cousins used to play PS3, and that made me want to go play PS4 or the systems that we have now. You know what I'm saying? Gaming is a big part of me. Gaming is a big part of what YouTube is too. Like I feel like without gaming, we won't be able to connect. You know what I'm saying? Last of Us. I feel like Last of Us was one of the best video games that PS3 ever had. The graphics on that game was ahead of its time, and PS3 did a good job with releasing that game because that game was so golden. Like that little zombie feel, the airy feel of that video game was so cold. The story was cold. You cannot lie, that story was cold. That game was just, the characters were gold, everything was cold in that game. The zombies, everything was good in that game. It was a whole movie. That game was a whole movie, bro. If you don't like story games, it's not for you. I feel like story games were build the gamer's experience with the game. Without that, you're not really doing nothing with it, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like games that you have to kill people all day, every day for 5 hours. That's boring. I like role-playing games. I like games that you could play and you're role-playing as that character that's going through something, because you could probably relate to that character with the struggles. I mean, you can't relate to Final Fantasy and all that, but you could relate to what the character's going through, pain. So like that's what I like about games like that. I have Minecraft. Minecraft was one of the biggest games I played as a kid, bro. Without Minecraft, I don't think I was ever going to be playing games like Fortnite, because Fortnite was what Minecraft was. You know what I'm saying? Like the building. Minecraft is all about building. Shooting, that I call from Call of Duty. You know, Minecraft was like, I love Minecraft. I wouldn't play it now because it's boring now. I got older, so Minecraft is boring now. But back then, Minecraft was fun. I made Minecraft fun building houses I could never build before. It was fun. The experience was fun as a kid, you know. Minecraft was one of the best games I ever played on PS3. The PS3 experience was different for me. You got Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, even though I used to get my ass beat on Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I still like that game because the complex characters in it, they have every favorite character. Capcom, I don't know why they didn't put Leon in Marvel vs. Capcom, because Leon one of the best Capcom characters they ever built or ever came out with. I don't know why they didn't put Leon in that game. But Marvel vs. Capcom is so cold, bro. They got Devil May Cry, they got Virgil, they got everybody in that game. Every fighting character that you want to play in, you won't fight with, bro. Seriously, they got Ryu, come on, bro. And the tournaments were so cold back then, like in the 2010s. I'm a 2010s kid, so seeing the tournaments online was so cold. I refer to the word cold so much because this game was so good, bro. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was good. I don't know about Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I didn't look into that, so tell me how it was. Put that in the comment section if it was good or not. Devil May Cry. For this, I'm gonna say the whole Devil May Cry franchise, bro. The whole Devil May Cry franchise was cold. Like specifically the one with Dante with black hair. I love that. Graphics is just so cold. Like, I don't know. My favorite character for Devil May Cry is Virgil, bro. He's so cool. Like just playing as the demons, like just doing that, and then the games were so hard. Like it was so intense. Playing that game was an experience, you know what I'm saying? And seeing my cousins play it was so cool because they used to play all the coolest games. So Devil May Cry was one of the coolest games to play back then, you know. Infamous 2. Infamous 2 is a cold game, bro. That game is so cold. It's all about, the game is such a story, it's such a movie because the game is all about story, it's all about choices. In that game, you're always making a choice. You're always making the evil or the bad or the good choice. Like you get to choose what you want to be in that game. This is the reason why I like storytelling games. I like games where you you're actually the character and you get to choose what you want to do in that game. I like games like that. Infamous 2 is that game, you know what I'm saying? Infamous is that. Infamous as a whole is that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, without games like that, it wouldn't build character in us to play the game. If you know what I'm saying, like, if you actually think about it like that. So Infamous 2 is up there in the top 10 for me, you know? Next you got Street Fighter Ultra, Street Fighter 4. Bro, Street Fighter, I used to get my ass beat in that game, but I still love that game. It's been a minute since I played Street Fighter, bro. Like, it's been a little minute, man. I gotta get back on my Street Fighter shit, man. For real, Street Fighter is cold, though. Street Fighter is in top 10 of PS3 games of all time because Street Fighter is all about fighting, bro. And I love fighting games. Batman Arkham City. This is the next game I'm going to talk about. Batman Arkham City brought me into that Batman franchise in video games. For real. That's like the best Batman Arkham to me of all time. It'd be 12, I'm sorry I'm about to curse, but it'd be 12 niggas on you and you Batman. What you gonna do? You're gonna have to fight them all. Like, for real. Batman really got them hands. And I used to play that game. It used to be fun because Batman used to have that hands, bruh. Batman had hands. So when you play that game, you know you about to beat them niggas up, bruh. For real. Batman is a cool game. Batman Arkham City. If you haven't played that game yet, you haven't played PS3 and you haven't played Batman yet. If you haven't played Batman Arkham City. If you haven't played Batman Arkham City, go back to the Arkham. For me, that made Arkham great. Arkham City was crazy. The whole story was crazy. God of War Ascension, that game is so, bruh. That game was intense, bro. When I tell you, when I tell you fighting, bro. God of War, Kratos. When I used to play that, yo, I remember my uncle bought me that game for my birthday, bro. I was a god in that game. God of War, bro. Without God of War, I don't think PSG would even have a chance to even be in conversations for video games, because God of War made the PlayStation franchise cold. Without God of War, bro, PlayStation title, I feel like PlayStation has the best exclusives. You can't tell me PlayStation doesn't have the best exclusives, bro, because they have God of War, they have Uncharted, they have Last of Us. We have so much exclusives, bro, and we have the same games that Xbox comes out with. So PlayStation is the best to me. I don't know how it's not in most people's eyes, but that's the opinion. They can stick to that, you know. But God of War is cold. God of War is cold. That's definitely in my top 10. God of War. God of War Ascension. I love that game. I don't know why, but I love that game. And next year I have Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is not an exclusive for PS3, but it still made me a Call of Duty fan. Like, I started playing, I missed Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I was too young to play that game. I'm still young right now, but I was still young to play that game. So I went to Black Ops 2. I used to kill on Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, bro, Black Ops 2 had the best YouTube videos ever. Like, I don't know how people I don't know why people didn't like that game. The zombies was good. The zombies was perfect. Bro, you cannot tell me zombies was not good. Multiplayer was golden. Black Ops was golded, bro. Black Ops 2 was golded. But after Black Ops 3, I feel like they fell off. I'm gonna be honest, after Black Ops 3, they fell off a lot. So I'm not really playing Black Ops like I used to, but Black Ops 2 is in my top 10. So next I have Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9 is cold. But man, when I tell you these games were classic, they were classic. They were ahead of their time. I feel like the PS4 now, the PS4 coming out with big games, by the way. I'm gonna get Last of Us 2. Soon, Last of Us 2 gonna come out, I'm gonna play it, stream it. But my thing is about these games, PS3 games, is like, they were so good to the point where people didn't really appreciate them as much as they do now. Like, I feel like people will look back at now and say, oh, these games were so good, we didn't even notice it was good. You just playing it. But Mortal Kombat 9 was cold because the characters, they have every single character in it. Noob Saibot, they had everybody in that game without no DLCs. Mortal Kombat X wants you to cop DLCs for every character. I'm not with that. Mortal Kombat 9 had everybody in it the way it should be. It's not Mortal Kombat for all the characters in it, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Mortal Kombat 9 was good, the good way it was. until Mortal Kombat X came out. I mean, it do got better graphics though.